The title of this mini podcast is Predestination. Just for the record, I'm not yet a believer in predestination, but I do believe there is a mold for us to grow into. Now let's call that mythical shape a star. I'm not convinced we arrived here on Earth to do some specific predetermined thing, but I know for sure we can grow into something specific. You can be a star at something. You just have to grow into that shape. One is waiting for you to put yourself into and take form. It takes some willingness and effort on your part, but you can condition yourself to be a star. Look to the night sky as an example. There are zillions of stars out there with room for zillions more. The universe sends you a message every starry night to join the club. Grow into the mold that's waiting for you. You can choose your starring role. It takes more than wishing on a star to make it happen, though. You have to participate in your own stardom. That means to go to work on something that attracts you. Doesn't have to be anything major, just something that has some gravitational pull. Reminds me of a story. Over 40 years ago, I was on vacation and watching a morning TV show. They had a guest on talking about pain management for childbirth using hypnosis. I was fascinated. I had read a few books on hypnosis and tried my hand on an amateur level, but nothing like what I had just seen. I was propelled forward by my interest to call the producer of the TV show and get the name and contact information of their guest. I made that call, and this fellow told me his former business partner had moved back to Boston and was always looking for good people for his seminar business. I lived in Rhode Island, a stone's throw away, and called this man's former partner and got an invite to come view his seminars. I learned quite a bit from watching what he did, and within a month, I was working part-time for him. I worked at this newfound passion and stepped into a career mold that was waiting for me. Was I destined to do this? I don't think so. There were a number of molds out there waiting for me. This is just the one I chose to give effort to and grow into. There is a star mold waiting for you. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. It's there waiting for you to make a concerted effort to pour yourself into it. You can get moldy if you only think about it, but when you take actual steps towards that mold, that's when you start to take shape. I'll leave you with a guiding principle and signature phrase of the late DJ Casey Kasem. Keep reaching for the stars. All the best, John.